Unlock the door, bitch. I'm on my way, and I got chicken strips.
I don't know why they call them chasers. It's not like Chubs can run real fast.
Double vodka with hot brownie chasers.
She just wanted to watch me eat it. Naked.
I can't say that. That's dirty.
Chasers will do anything to get into your pants. I love them.
Stop it! Stop!
Oh,
God! Chubs gone wild.
Well, hello and welcome to another Chubs Gone Wild. This is episode 519, recorded on November 20th, 2023, and I would like to read you a small poem. A new star lights the night sky, and it will shine forever. Thank you. All right, it's 64 degrees and sunny outside. For those not looking at the video, Tom's looking at me as if I suddenly grew an extra head, which I might have. It is 64 degrees and sunny outside the Chubs Gone Wild remote studios where we had a wind advisory last night. Did you enjoy the wind?
It was well, it blew down one of our lamps in the backyard, so I was not happy about that. But yeah, it didn't bother me. We didn't hot tub because it was too cold.
Yeah. Well, we thankfully, I don't think we had any damage up here except maybe annoying the neighbors with the new wind chimes out front. But anyway, it is 3 days until Thanksgiving, 17 until Hanukkah, 31 until winter solstice, 36 until Christmas/Yule, and it is 41 until Kwanzaa, 42 until New Year's Day. It's almost the new year where we spend 9 months waiting until it's fall again. Anyway, it's also 347 days until Halloween. Ooh. Oh, don't forget our year-end contest. Deadline is November 30th, so just 10 days away. And all you have to do is interact with us somehow, and I will look at all those and put them into a random number generator, and I will pick somebody to send something to from us for the holidays. All right.
I mean, even if it's just saying Happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
We'd like to see how many people we can actually get to respond. So like I said, just if you're on Facebook, go to Chubs Gone Wild, say Happy Thanksgiving, guys, or just Happy Thanksgiving. You don't have to, we can all be, yeah, we don't have to be the guys. We can it's just a general thing. So you're not making any real commitments there.
Right. And actually, I had put up a little thing that I'll pull in right now from the What's in Your Lunchbox, asking people to send us pictures of their Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That would be a
And
great
if
way
not,
to connect
and
us.
if it doesn't have to be the whole dinner. Your favorite thing, if you don't want to do the whole dinner, just what you thought was the best that you had. That would be good.
Right.
And I'll make sure and get pictures of all my stuff because now I've got 2 Thanksgivings I'm going to.
Wow. And usually you don't go to any. Well,
That's right.
so
No, we should stay home and have steaks. So,
oh, well, that doesn't sound.
but we had those last night, so it's becoming passe.
Yeah. Well, Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like My Life in Fragments podcast, books, videos, and more. And we want to thank our current patrons, Clint, Nephi, Nick, Eric, Sean, Kingsley, Brother Sinatus, Phoenix Dave, and Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame to find out how you can become a supporter of us and the work that we do for as little as $1 a month. And now it is time for today's affirmation. Everyone, please take a deep breath and release. I embrace all of life and recognize that we are all one. So, okay, well, that's nice. I like to embrace certain aspects of life, like maybe
Like your wiener.
the Jonas Brothers, things like that. Yeah. Oh, that reminds. No, I'll talk about that later. Okay. So history. November 20th, 1999 marks the first Transgender Day of Remembrance, honoring the victims of transphobic violence. Now an annual observance, the first TDOR is a vigil is a vigil commemorating Rita Hester, a 34-year-old African American trans woman murdered in Boston the previous year. And I remember, uh, I I remember that because I think I was working in the news stuff at that point. But I remember my first transgender day of remembrance, and it was really moving, really really moving. But oh my gosh, so many names when they read the names of the victims. Oh my god, just it's heartbreaking. All right, well, let's see if we celebrated some holidays, shall we?
Yes.
Today is the Transgender Day of Remembrance.
Wait, I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, it's World Children's Day.
Boo.
Yeah, no thank you. Uh African Industrialization Day. Worthy. Uh Beautiful Day. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Okay, I celebrated. Future Teachers of America Day. No, you have to deal with kids usually. No, thank you.
But yeah, future teachers, who's going to celebrate that? What, people in school for teaching degrees? That's dumb. Dumb
Probably.
holiday.
Yeah. Yeah. I come from a family of teachers actually. So yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay.
But they're not future, they're past.
Well, and we are the present. Ah, three
Yeah.
ghosts together at once. What a beautiful day. Okay. Also, globally organized Hug a Runner Day.
Yeah, that usually gets you hit.
Yeah. Well, especially if they're running too fast. Uh, then they just start yelling, and it's ugly. All right, moving on. Name your PC day. Well,
My my computer,
well,
that
yeah, but you
PC?
have a Mac, so you can't
Yeah, it doesn't.
participate.
His name's Mac.
I name mine Moo Kachu.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. Anyway, oh, it's okay because it's National Absurdity Day. Absurdity. Yes, I said that correctly. Oh, also it's National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. That sounds nice. I'm making fudge this year. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah.
Peanut butter fudge?
No, although I have made peanut butter fudge before, and I've also made the Reese's peanut butter chip fudge before, which was really good. But this year I'm going old school. It's just semi-sweet chocolate.
You know what Costco has?
Everything.
Well, true, but they have a box of, I think it was 66 of the little Reese's trees.
Oh, that should be outlawed. I would eat them all in probably 2 days. I'd say 2 days because I would at least have one diabetic coma and then wake up and finish. So
Okay.
all right, those are the days that we celebrated. Absurdity Day, totally accomplished. Beautiful Day, done. Yeah. And I named my PC. Wow, we've never celebrated that many together before.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. It's funny how we don't.
Yeah. Okay. Birthdays. Happy birthday, Victoria. And also Tara and David, Sean. Oh, that's Steve, actor Steve, who played in Paperclip Messiah. He played Father Patrick. 2010. Also, we've got
Wait,
Tom from
2010.
yeah, because we did a revival of it when when I came to do the theater, we were going to do the Shakespeare play, the Romeo and Julian or something.
God, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, so we did Paperclip Messiah with Steve and, well, two Steves actually were in the front row, remember? And the two leads.
No.
Oh, you were probably like so done with the theater at that point. Anyway, you just blocked it all out. But that kicked off our year of hell. Anyway, Tom from Tom and Terry. Happy birthday, Tom. You hot thing, you. Also, Susan, Michael, your dear old friend, Michael.
Well, older on Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in England right now for Thanksgiving.
Wow. I wonder how they celebrate there.
They don't.
What?
Yeah. No, he's there for his birthday, which
Oh,
just happens to be the day before Thanksgiving. And so yeah.
oh.
No, actually, yeah, it's so but you know what his birthday also celebrates? The
Uh,
death of JFK.
yeah, I was gonna say my mom's stepsister or somebody from when she was little was like the day that he was killed. It was her birthday, and after that, she felt somehow like it was her fault. I don't.
Well, Mike was actually some kids showed up and then their mothers came and picked them up. The other kids, they just called and said, "Oh, we can't come. We're too upset."
Yeah,
And so his birthday party consisted of him.
that's so sad. That's
Yeah.
very sad. That's scarring, actually.
Yeah, that kind of stuff really is scarring. We make fun of it, but as I've been trying to point out to everyone, we don't know what other people's journeys are. So
Right.
we need to not judge them for the dumb shit stuff that they do because they're doing it for a reason.
Right. Because I remember so when I finally realized, like, gave up on my father and as a kid and realized, you know what, he just can't be trusted. Um, I was sitting on a great big bag of dog food by the back door, waiting for him to take me to the Sesame Street on Ice. Okay. And so for me, that's always been a little bit of a scarring, kind of painful memory and very like, uh, but when I tell other people that, they then kind of, are like, oh, well, at least, oh, I something happened. I was just sitting on a bag of dog food by the back door waiting for hours. I'm like, well, that's really funny, but that's actually kind of a painful memory. So
Well, I
thanks.
remember that happened to Manny too on Modern Family, where he was waiting for his dad to come and take him to Disneyland, and
Oh,
his
yeah.
dad got a better offer. I think he was in Las Vegas with some strippers, and so Jay and Gloria hired a car to take them down to Disneyland for the day,
Mm,
and it was very sweet.
yeah, but
And
but
and told him that his dad sent the car so that they all could go.
um, see
He couldn't
that's nice of them to do that. But yeah, so
because he's a lying dirt bag. That's what he was.
well, and to add salt to the wound is my father actually took his girlfriend's kids instead and just never called us or anything. So yeah,
Wow.
uh-huh, uh-huh. So
Okay, so I
people
just
make
want
fun
to
of that
say
memory, and I'm like, "Bitch."
for today, Mike Chub Hug goes out to you
Oh, thank you.
because nothing hurts more than a rejection like that from
Yeah.
somebody who's supposed to be loving you unconditionally.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, all right. Well, finishing up birthdays, we've got Jovi, Matt, Evan. Oh, he was in your play trolling. Oh, he was so sweet back then.
And now he's he's teaching drama to older folks in San Francisco,
That's true. That's
which
true.
I think is great. You know, it's
Yeah,
kind of it's almost a
full
you know, what
circle.
would you say? It all comes back.
Yeah,
The old folks taught him, and now he's teaching the old folks.
I think
And
that's
trolling, which was about growing older. So all
right.
these actually, most of the guys have passed, or we're all old enough for him to be teaching us.
That's true. Yeah,
That's just
I
so
know
fun.
it's pretty weird.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Oh, and ironically, nothing in that song was ironic.
I
Hmm.
know. That's what
So
was really
weird,
good.
isn't it? But and yet it's ironic. All right. Also, happy birthday to Douglas, Jeff, Kinney, John Ewing, another one of our fabulous local actors. We've got Jake, Jared, Gary Messick. You know what? Mr. Messick there is the narrator for my new audiobook, The Fortune Cookie, which is out now. And you can find that on Audible. Also, Amara, Derek, and Tim. Happy birthday, everybody. That's a lot of birthdays. Okay. And feedback. Sean wrote in and said, I'm with Matt, read Taylor Swift. She's fine, but I don't get the obsession some people have with her. I agree. Also, didn't know there's a new South Park special. Thanks, Tom. Yay. Let's see. And Chub Hugs, you did a Chub Hug, and I know they're free, but I don't know. There's so many. Oh, you know what? One of our friends, who's a singer, Xavier Toscano, and or yeah, I think it's Xavier. Um, his mom passed away, and so I'm sending him a huge chub hug out because they had a real special bond. So okay. Well, let's get into celebrity deaths, starting with Josh Ackland, who died November 19th at 95. The British actor was known for more than 130 film and television roles, including Lethal Weapon 2, A Hunt for Red October, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and The Mighty Ducks. Peter Spelos, best known for his role on NBC's American Dreams, died on the 19th in Indianapolis. He was 69. He guest starred on such shows as Growing Pains, The Wonder Years, Married with Children, Step by Step, and News Radio. Suzanne Shepherd, the actress known for playing on-screen mothers to iconic mob wives in both Goodfellas and The Sopranos, died peacefully in New York, November 17th, at the age of 89. Kevin Turin, an Emmy-nominated producer known for his work on HBO's Euphoria and in Ty West's X film series, died in November at 44. Dex Carvey, the son of comedian Dana Carvey, has died of a drug overdose, his parents announced. He was 32. Rosalind Carter, who, as First Lady, worked tirelessly on behalf of mental health reform and personalized the role of the president's spouse, died Sunday at the age of 96. Rosalind Carter passed away peacefully with family by her side at her home in Plains, Georgia, the center said in a statement. And I know that this is still affecting you pretty much.
Oh, well, I've always been a big fan of the Carters. So,
Yes.
so I mean, believe me, 96 and Jimmy's now 99. They had a really good run, 77 years married, great people. I mean, I just wish all the presidents, well, actually, I wish all the politicians had the same, I don't know if it's moral or just, I mean, Carter just wanted to do right,
Yeah.
do good, and they just fucked him, and you know, he just built houses
Yep.
for poor people. You know, talk about, I mean, I'd love people to have that kind of thing to say about me after I died, that how selfless I was and how,
Right.
you
And
know,
they really were. They
yeah.
really did amazing stuff for people and got and didn't always get the accolades.
No, they got a kick in the head. That's what they got. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a good
In the
thing
butt of the
Carter's
joke.
building houses because he can't be a president. Fuckers.
Stupid. All right. So a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving turns 50. No.
What a horrible, horrible show.
You know,
I'll be talking about it later.
I absolutely love and adore everything Peanuts, but some of the cartoon stuff they did, oof. So yeah. Anyway, Canadian Dana Carvey is feeling the love and support of his followers after the death of his grown son, Dex Carvey. The Wayne's World actor expressed his gratitude in a message Saturday for the support he's received, writing, "This is just to say thank you." And I believe they held up a sign for them on the last Saturday Night Live, saying that they were with them, supported them at the end of the show. Martha Stewart revealed she's called off hosting a Thanksgiving celebration at her house this year. 9 guests canceled because somebody got sick. So I said, we're not doing Thanksgiving. Plus, I've cooked 14 turkeys already for my TV show, so forget it. Oh, well, here's some connected news. Snoop Dogg says that he's giving up marijuana, or at least smoking it. After much consideration and conversation with my family, I've decided to give up smoke. The rapper, who's told his 82.5 million followers on Instagram, please respect my privacy at this time. So, and for those of you not watching the video, Tom just took a big ol' hit of his pot.
Well, for Snoop.
Yes, in
If
honor.
he can't take the smoke, I will.
There you go. And now it's time to find out what Tom's been up to this week.
Well, it's been a odd week for me as far as shows, but let me start. British Bake Off, we had the theme was party, which was, I thought, was odd but interesting. The first thing that they made was a sausage roll. Now, for us, a sausage roll, you know, what does that mean? Well, basically, they make up a sausage and then they wrap it in, you know, a dough, usually like a crescent-like dough, and then they bake it. And so it's almost like the little wieners, you know, the smoky wieners with the wrapped stuff around it, but more so like a Wellington, where you have the wrap pastry around your protein, and then there's lots of, you know, sauces that go in between the two. Anyway, it looked really good. Sometimes I'm sad that we don't do more meat pies and stuff like the Brits do, although some do sound hideous. But I this is the kind of stuff I'd love to try. And Maddie won Baker of the Week again. So
Wow.
yeah, you know, he's really cute. I just wish he had better teeth. See, I'm such a
I know
snob.
that's something that's a hang up for you.
Well, you know, I was watching the Naked Attraction,
Oh,
Max, where the people are naked, you know,
yes.
the dating show. Well, one of the girls goes, you know, she goes, well, you know, I'm British, so I'm not too worried about the teeth. And so because 5 out of the 6 guys had, you know, really messed up teeth, and then the one guy had like gorgeous teeth, and they're like, where are you from? Anyway, so moving on. Well, since I'm talking about naked attractions, I was watching an episode where the woman goes, well, and I'm thinking, okay, it's a chick, so we're gonna see some wieners, right? And she goes, I really like curvy lesbians, and I'm like, oh no, I have to watch this. And so it was all fat lesbians
Oh, nice.
with sagging breasts. Some actually had some decent boobs, I guess, as boobs go. Um, I mean, they were heavy girls, big asses. I mean, it was like you and I, being on the show and them going, I like curvy boys, and here they are naked. So it was I'm trying to get Brian to watch the show because I think he would just die. Oh, and there was a lot of
Nice.
labia, visual labia that you could see too.
Oh, poor thing.
And you know how I love my roast beef sandwiches.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, moving on. Let's see. Bachelor in Paradise. Now, are you caught up on Bachelor in Paradise?
Uh, no, I haven't been able to watch any of it because the first 4 episodes were already gone from Hulu by the time I got over there.
Well, damn it. You need to watch whatever, still watch.
Uh,
Anyway, it's finally starting to get more,
interesting.
like, well, interesting, more, there's a little more deviousness going on, she's trying to steal my man kind of shit. And there's more crying and the stuff that you want to see on Bachelor in Paradise.
Right.
And they're like going, somebody's going to be getting married on the beach at the end of this season. And it's like, who cares? Who are these people? I don't even know who they are. But
Oh,
and your favorite, Brandon,
uh,
yeah.
no, I
Um, all the
Braden.
girls love him. They
Braden.
love him. Braden, that's right. Yeah. So
Well, that's because most of the women that go on this show are drawn to well, anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna say bad things.
okay, so we just started season 6 of True Blood. And
Oh,
at this point, Bill has been possessed by Lilith, who was one of the first vampires. And so he's being a real bitch. Andy, he's the sheriff. He just got he had sex with a fairy in the graveyard, and not a fairy, a real fairy. I mean, a magical fairy, and then got pregnant. And so the last show we saw, she just delivered 4 babies. They just kept coming out, right?
geez.
And so at the end of the episode, because she goes, oh, by the way, I'm going now. And Andy goes, you can't leave me with all these kids. And she goes, no, that's your job. Your job is to make sure that they, at least half of them, stay alive by the time they hit adulthood. And he's like, what am I going to do with 4 kids? And anyway, so that night, he's laying in bed, and all of a sudden they're going, Dad, and it's like, they're probably like bigger than toddler. I don't know, like we're talking like 4 or 5 years old now. Well,
Wow.
because the fairies grow faster.
I
I
guess
mean,
so.
so, and then Tara and Pam is Pam's she's not a lesbian. Pam is the woman who worked with Eric at the Fang bar. What is it? Fandango.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she's always my favorite character on the show.
Uh-huh.
I mean, absolutely, my favorite. She and she turned Tara because they asked her to, and Tara's Suki's black friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Because she was going to die. So they had her turn her, and now Tara's falling in love with Pam. So
Well,
there's some Leslie stuff going on there.
interesting.
The good stuff. Okay. Let's see. Mass Singer this week. It was this giant. I mean, it was like an 8 foot tall costume, right? Maybe not that big, but it was huge. He was the cuddle monster, and it ended up being he got sent home. Meta World Peace.
No
He's
idea.
he's a basketball. He played here in Sacramento.
Again,
Oh,
no idea.
oh my God, you're terrible. Survivor, they did a big reversal backdoor, which was fun.
Yes.
That was fun this week.
That was really fun.
Well, I'm glad because I didn't want Jake to go home because he's my survivor boyfriend.
Oh, I know, right? I mean, and of course he just sat there with his mouth hanging open, like he just could not fucking believe it.
I
But yeah,
know.
and Kelly, man, it took her a minute because everybody else that's been backdoored or gone, everybody's been like, "Oh my God, good game! Oh, I never saw it go. That was great. Love you guys." And she was all like, "I want to tell these bitches to fuck themselves," but she just like, "I'm just in shock." Like, yeah, you were.
On Raid the Cage, they had these, it was twins night. So they had twin Latinas and twin gay white boys. And
Oh,
yeah, and they were super skinny. I mean, like uncomfortably skinny.
I like
Um,
Brian's boyfriends.
uh, Brian doesn't have a boyfriend.
I know. I like pointing that out.
Oh. Anyway, so and they were just so gay. It was hilarious. You would
Nice.
have and the whole time I kept going, I wonder if they've how many three ways they've had.
Mm.
Well,
A
come
lot
on,
of people would
seriously.
think that.
Yeah, I mean, you got two gay guys, identical twin gay guys. Actually, they were mirror twins.
Oh, that's always interesting.
Yeah, and so mirror twins, but still, I mean, I've wanted to like do brothers, but twins would be even more exciting.
Oh, that's
Like,
for the
I
other.
just want to do a comparison. It's a scientific thing. It's not
Uh-huh.
sexual.
It's not kinky at all, I'm sure.
So anyway, on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
These awful, awful, horrible people. At the end of their last season, I'm not sure. I think it was the fourth season. At the end of the fourth season, they started doing stylized episodes, and those usually it's usually the last season of the show. Like, remember when Roseanne, they got rid of Dan died, and then they became millionaires, and the show went from being Lanford poor people to being just silly. They
yeah.
even and on Philadelphia, they even had um a musical that they did, and it was just it's like all I kept thinking was they must have thought they were going to be canceled.
Uh-huh.
They were going to get out their creative thoughts, and then of course now they're back for another 10 seasons after that. I was like, oh well, they didn't count that
But,
right.
yeah.
So they just had a season this last summer, a new season. I can't believe it. I mean, that's like 17 years.
It's almost
That's
like
a
The
long
Simpsons.
time. Um, let's see. I'm watching Follow the House of Ushers on Netflix. It's really a good show. Really good show. As um a lot of their limited series are,
Mhm.
like when they did Legend of Hell House, and they did Midnight Mass, just great limited series. What was really funny about it was that when you start looking at the cast and you're going, where do I know them from? And you look up and it's like, oh, they were in Haunting of Hell House. Oh, they were on Midnight Mass. They were in something that was Netflix. They're like in the Netflix corral. Who's going to be in this show? We'll take
Yeah,
you and you and you. Okay, you're all hired. It just reminded me of the old studio days where they would have the studio players, and
right.
you
They're
would
under contract.
yeah, you could work 5 different movies in a week, at that point,
Uh,
because everything was filmed underneath one house. So
that's cool.
anyway, good show, worth watching. It is gory. I know you don't like gore, but it's gory. Um, let's see, Scott Pilgrim animated just started on Netflix. So if you like the old Scott Pilgrim movie, this takes I mean, it's going to follow the storyline through the movie and then beyond, because I guess there were more stories about that Scott Pilgrim was in the graphic novels that they were based on.
Mhm.
So that's we're gonna start watching those soon. I told you about the naked attractions with the lesbians. Let's see. Oh, so I saw some um comedians this week. I watched a new new Mateo Lane on YouTube. I'm sure that it's a compilation of something else, but it came up saying it was new, so I was watching it, and I thought it was interesting that he said that he was always surprised that the kids called him. They made fun of the Mateo part of his name when his last name, rhymed with lame, and it seemed appropriate. I thought that was funny. And that was a good show. They're usually shorter and they
Yeah.
go quick.
Yeah.
Watched Matt Rife.
Oh,
He's new on Netflix as well. He's got a comedy special. And the thing is that I've seen him in little bits and he was funny, but the whole thing just seemed like you're just pretty. And that's what's getting you through, I think.
right. And he's talked about how I was the geek, so the pretty is new. But I've always found that he's funny when he's like riffing off the audience. But when he's trying to do his own material, it for me, it sometimes, most of the time, falls flat.
Well, maybe that's what it is. Let's see. I saw Adam Carolla here in town on Saturday, and I was thinking, because I'd like seeing, if, especially established people come through the Punchline here in town. I want to see them. Like I saw Tiffany Haddish, I saw, Whitney Cummings and Ari Shafir. These are like big top comedians who are doing it the old way, where they come in and work 5 nights, 5 shows at a small thing instead of an amphitheater.
Right.
So Adam Carolla was there, and for some reason I didn't think about. I remembered the men's show because that's where I know him from, but I guess I didn't think it was going to be.
Hmm.
I guess I should have listened to his podcast beforehand and found out what he's doing now, because I know that he was always the more conservative of him and Jimmy Kimmel. But I didn't realize how bad it's gotten. And it's probably not him half as much as it's his audience. The audience was like a Klan rally. Right away he starts in on Biden and they're like, yeah, fuck Biden. The audience is screaming out shit. Then he tells one racist joke, and then he's going, oh, it's probably too early for racist jokes. Let me move into, and they're going, no, racist jokes. And I'm like, oh my God, I picked the wrong night to wear pearls to the Punchline. It was just creepy and it was uncomfortable. And I only saw one couple get up and leave. And it wasn't me, unfortunately. So, but the weird thing was the opener, he's Jewish, he's doing Jewish jokes. They were funny. The next person that came up, she was Egyptian, and so she's making those kind of jokes. She's like, well, I'm really, happy about being in America. Why wouldn't I be? I can drive a car. Those kind of jokes, right?
Yeah.
And it was very funny. The audience was not laughing at either of the Jewish jokes or the Arab jokes, and they were good.
Crazy.
But boy, when Adam Carolla comes out there rolling on the floor with the fag jokes and the the Asian jokes and the black jokes and the women jokes, they're in hysterics. And anything racist was all right with them. It was horrible, but I'm glad I had the experience. You know what I
So that
mean?
you know what to avoid in the future. Yeah, I actually
That's one
do.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I should be more aware of who I'm seeing.
All right.
It's funny because every time he said something that you would have been like covering your head, and crawling out so no one would see you, Sean kept looking back at me like, are you okay? Are you all right? They were that obviously offensive.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, something that's not obviously offensive, because he's not. There's a guy on YouTube that he's a cook. He's done restaurants. He's got a book that just brought out. He does cooking in the thing. His name is John Kung, and his new book is called Kung Food, which I thought was really clever.
Good. That's good. Yeah.
But he's this young Asian guy, and some of the times he's cooking with no shirt on. Not that
Oh,
I find that particularly attractive,
yeah.
but he's very funny. He talks about how he doesn't show his feet on his videos because
Uh-huh.
he's got guys that are trying to, you know, get his feet type thing. I I hate feet almost as bad as I hate bad teeth. So for me, I understand. Um, but he's got two really cute dogs. One of them in pearls. He's got a pearl necklace on it.
Uh,
Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. You would love the show. Anyway, but he's really funny, and he gives a lot of you find out a lot about Asian cooking through him. I found he's really interesting, does a lot of shorts, too many shorts. But I'm really liking him. And so if uh you out there like cooking shows, might give John a chance. I think you'll really like him.
have you ever
Um,
watched Uncle Roger?
I'm sorry.
Have you ever watched Uncle Roger? He's an Asian cook who does a lot of shorts, and he
Oh yeah,
like
I know.
will watch and critique uh,
I
other
have
people.
watched there's a few out there where they go, okay, you want to learn how to make General Chef's chicken, you can watch it here. You can watch, this man has made this chicken for his entire life, so you're hearing it from a master. And so I see some of those,
Hmm.
but I really want better personality if when I'm
Yeah,
watching.
and this guy has got great personality too. I'll send you his link.
Okay, please do.
Yeah.
Saw um Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Aw.
I mean Thanksgiving, not
Aw.
Christmas. Wished it was Christmas. The Thanksgiving one is my least favorite of the holidays.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, I don't like the Snoopy running around in the his doghouse through German skies, but I like it much better than that horrible, horrible Thanksgiving episode. It was just so hard to get through. Thank
Yeah.
God I had my weed to get me through it. Yeah. Uh, but Christmas comes and then all's forgiven.
Hmm.
I also saw two movies. The first one was Blue Beetle. I think that's the name of it. That's the one where it's all Latinos, well, a full Latino cast, which
Oh,
is
okay.
which is nice. Very diverse. Um, it's George Lopez is in it. He plays the uncle, and he's getting wonderful opportunities in this in the show to be just crazy and wild. And the
Cool.
lady who plays the grandmother is slightly older than I am, but they make her look like she's in her 80s. Just it's a very funny show. Good cast. You know, superhero I haven't heard about before, so I'm learning something. It was fun. And then speaking of that, I saw Marvels
Oh,
at the theater, and it was like the best Marvels I've seen in a long, long time. Or the Marvel movie, I should say, that I've seen in a long time. It was funny. It was written very well.
mhm.
The editing and the music and everything, when they're learning that they're interconnected at the one point in the movie, the editing and the sound, everything was just, it was really great. I tend to lose focus while I'm watching Marvel movies. Oh, look at that. The scene of, the background is so beautiful. I don't care what they're saying.
Yeah.
I was completely focused through this whole movie.
Yeah.
Very, very, and what pisses me off is that it's not doing well because it's got
Very diverse and it's female led.
it's all female leads.
And you know what?
Um,
That
and then
Go
and
ahead.
the only white person in the leads is Brie Larson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody else is black
Mhm.
or Indian or something that's not white.
And you know what? I thought it was really good too. And I didn't even, it wasn't even until I left the theater that I realized the diversity of it, because I've been avoiding spoilers, so I avoided like all of it. And
Right.
then the thing that gets me that I think is kind of funny is the people that are saying, "Oh no, it was just bad. It was it had nothing to do with diversity or females. It was just bad." And I'm like, said the white guy.
Yeah, you're just
You
lying.
know?
Yeah,
And sorry.
um it was I mean, as far as these kind of movies go, it it just had so much.
Now I will say the singing thing for some people was probably kind of over the top and a little dig out, but I just thought it was funny, and especially
Why
the way
is
they
that?
played, how it was like a different language. If you're
Yeah.
just speaking, they won't understand you. And he's bilingual, and I was just like, this is funny. Oh, and I know I had told you this before, but the music when all the Flurfinaken, the cats were going into space,
Right.
just hilarious. When they chose that song, I just laughed so hard.
Well, the whole thing was just, I mean, it was such an enjoyable 2 hours. It really
Yeah,
was. And I know it's a little over that, but it did not feel that way at all. It's uh, I I I just all I keep thinking about is that awful Ant-Man movie that just came out last year
yeah,
that put me to I was falling asleep during it. This one, there was no way I was going to fall asleep. And I'm just saying, anybody that's a Marvel fan, or you like the original Captain Marvel, or you liked Ms. Marvel, which was on Disney Plus, if you liked any of those, give this thing a chance. You're going to be shocked. I mean, I was shocked that it was so good.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
really was just kind of like hoping for a nice popcorn movie, and I left going, yeah, this is probably one of my top five.
oh, easily.
So, and if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to like everything. I mean, I still can't figure out what was so great about Seinfeld. So,
And Loki.
ah, I made it through two episodes and just went, nope.
Well, and this season, it's more focused, and at the same time, I'm less focused.
Yeah.
And Sean likes it, so we're watching it. But I would not watch it anymore if I had the choice.
Well, and I made it through what was I can't even remember the name of him. The sand the
Oh,
one that
that
talks
thing.
to Isaac. What?
Oh, that one. Oh, that was bad.
I had to force myself to sit there and watch that just so that because I knew it would play into other stuff.
Well, I was watching it week by week, and it was like until the last episode, maybe the last two episodes, I was just bored out of my mind and confused.
Yeah. And then they have Arrow, which he's not even like a superpower. And I was like, this is the awesome show. Uh, oh, and did you like the spoiler at the end? I mean, let's not, but at the very end of the Marbles, who came in? Did you stay?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember now what happened because it deliberately stayed. Oh,
Uh,
shit.
well, Arrow.
Oh,
Not a spoiler for anyone.
it was that at the very end.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't stay
because
for
there
the.
were two. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll tell you about that one later.
Okay.
Okay.
By the
Uh,
way, they Disney Plus does have that listed as one of their Christmas movies or their Christmas shows.
oh, good. I would. That's something I would sit down and watch with mom. She would love it. Although I'd have to get her through at least through Miss Marvel first. So yeah. Okay. As you got more, or is that
No, that's it.
okay? So well, we talked a little about Survivor already. But I did catch up on the Golden Bachelor. Where are you at that?
I'm still before the hometowns.
Okay. So then we'll wait on that.
No, tell me, because I don't want to watch it anymore.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, no, I mean, I'm just waiting to get caught up.
So he whittled it down to he the one
It's
he
Teresa
got
and
it down
Ron.
to two of them.
Yeah.
I think was it Teresa? There was one that we were all expecting he was going to go with, like Hope or Faith or somebody, like the one that you're like that's the one he should go with, and he sent her home, and he basically kept the two that you were like, are you sure? Are you sure? But yeah, so I don't know, but
Did you did they bang in the
I haven't watched the when they
overnight?
go to their private things yet. But I've watched the hometowns, which were really nice. And the thing about this is I was expecting to kind of roll my eyes through most of it. And there were a few points with some of these ladies, but it's actually been really entertaining, and the old gals are funny. I mean, when the one just sits there and like says, "Excuse me a moment," and just has like this 30-second fart. And I don't like fart humor and stuff like that, really. But I was just like, oh my God. And I was laughing along with the whole, and then she's like, okay, what were we saying? And the way that they talk about, how this has renewed their faith that, just because they're in their 60s and 70s, that their lives aren't over. And now they actually are looking forward to going out and doing more things instead of just sitting there, basically, sorry to say it this way, but waiting to die. Um, it actually, the show, I think, really has a good point and did some really good stuff for those that are going to be older and watching it and realizing, you can go have fun and do things and whatever. I don't understand the every time the guy talk, I don't know. I mean, the Golden Bachelor seems like a really nice guy, but I don't know. He's maybe just not my type. And it has nothing to do with his age. He just, when I listen to him, I'm just like, I don't know about you, sir. Anyway, I would, if you're not getting anything out of it, I'll just tell you how it ends when it ends. Don't worry about watching it. But the episode, especially the reunion episode, watch that one. Did you watch that one?
No.
Watch that one. You don't have to watch anything else, but watch that one. Anyway. Okay. Moving into, I think that's all that we've done so far together. So moving into my week, I've been watching The Amazing Race, and it's been really fun. But the drama team is the dad and the daughter is so high strung. They're trying to make drama out of the other teams, and it's just not happening. I am actually fine for the first time watching the show. I'm fine with anybody who wins. I'm fine with. Usually I have a couple of favorites, and my favorite on this one, actually, I will say, is right now is probably the cute guy with the deaf dad. I would root for them above the other teams, but I'm also okay with the other teams. They're all just kind of nice people, sometimes yelling at each other. Uh, and then Hell's Kitchen season 22. Right now, I am rooting for the guy with dreadlocks because he seems like he can. When you're looking for a head chef who can handle pressure, especially in a place like, Las Vegas or Nevada or wherever the hell you are, he seems like the one. And then the Irish guy. Those two are the ones that I kind of predict the winner. I don't see any of well, there's one female that's kind of female chef that's kind of pulling ahead, but for the most part, everybody just seems like fodder to go home, and those two are the ones that stand out. And then there's the weird guy. So there you go. Other than that, let's see, I watched three movies. Tom is not here, so I was going to discuss them with him, but he's off doing things. So, oh, there he is. Hello. I watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That was the movie that was on the new Matinee Minutia podcast over on, well, at Matinee Minutia. So Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, it's a Thanksgiving movie. And Steve Martin, John Candy, the brilliant John Candy, who left us far too soon. And and the cast of others that we all recognize. I mean, it was star-studded cast. It had Kevin Bacon, Edie McClurg, who is just genius in everything. But I hated this movie when I first watched it. I didn't ever want to watch it again. Watched it now. And I won't say that I absolutely love it, but it was actually a really nice, pleasant movie, especially for Thanksgiving. And I forgot how amazingly cute Steve Martin was. I mean, I just like whenever he came on the scenes, I was just staring hopelessly. He was so beautiful. And then I watched Bachelor Party, which a friend found for me, which I was very, very thankful. And so watching that, and I'm expecting it to be one of those 80s movies where you go back and you go back and you watch it and you go, oh, I kind of wish that I hadn't gone back and watched that because it just, especially the way times have changed with like misogyny and all that stuff. I was like, this is just gonna be a horrible movie. And it wasn't. Not only was it not, but it was really fun and actually made me smile and laugh. Um, and I forgot how incredibly cute Tom Hanks was. These guys were just so adorable, and I just had no idea, you know. Um, if you want a silly movie to watch, not pay attention to, and you don't mind a bunch of boobies, go pick it up. It's a good one. And then finally, I watched Revenge of the Nerds, which was another one that couldn't be found unless you bought the DVD. So I managed to have someone share it with me. And again, I thought, I don't know if this is going to hold up, but it did. It was really fun. So it's nice to watch 80s movies and not cringe at them. So there's just fun. Um, so I encourage you to go enjoy them if you're so inclined. All right, so that's kind of my week. I don't think I had too much else going on, um, but let's go ahead and jump into advice. Miss Manners. I have a cousin who calls me almost weekly to invite me over to dinner during the upcoming weekend, but 9 times out of 10, the invitation gets rescinded or canceled. After I accept, she says she'll call me in a week to confirm in case she gets busy. I don't understand the need to confirm, since I've already accepted and she's the one inviting me. Well, usually she'll call on the day of the dinner and give some excuse. She and her husband are tired from the late party the night before. Her daughter's having a bad day and doesn't feel like company. They had a busy day and won't have time to cook. Or they invited several other couples over and there won't be room for me. Sometimes there is just no excuse. Sorry, it doesn't work for us. Often she'll ask me to come over the next night instead, and most of the time that's canceled too. Once, when I was 5 minutes from their house after a 45-minute drive there. The invitations keep coming, but now with a tinge of annoyance. What would you do?
I don't know. I
Let me tell you, every fucking week this happened, you'd probably get 3 chances with me, and I'd be like, sorry, I'm busy. No.
yeah, I mean, I it's she sounds like she's being a bitch, but maybe for reason. It's kind of hard to, especially when you read it the way you do, mean not to hate her, and and then it's like I understand the situation, but you're still a bitch. Okay, I'm done.
My thing, seriously, like I just said, about the third time that happened, I'd be like, nope, not putting my energy out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, gentle reader, if the annoyance becomes more than a tinge and you get asked outright about your absences, Miss Manners suggests you say, I miss seeing you, but I always feel like such a burden when you have to make last minute cancellations. Once your schedule calms down and you feel certain you can make a commitment, please do let me know. And if you once again get hoodwinked, at least you'll have been sufficiently warned.
See, now you even make Miss Mathers sound like a bitch.
Well, Miss Manners is supposed to sound uppity. I always picture Miss Manners a little bit like Lady Thistledown,
Yeah, but
but nicer. Well,
nice. Yeah.
cattier nicer. Kind of Maggie Smithish.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Chubs, would you rather cook or order in?
I mean, that's really general. I would rather cook
Yeah.
because there's not that many places I want to order in from. Um, yeah.
I'd rather order in or go out, but order in is fine. Yeah. All right. Hey, Chubs, if you could change your relationship with a family member, would you? If so, with whom?
No.
Hmm. Well, I do have that one family member who I was really close to for a long time who stopped communicating, moved away, didn't tell anybody. I would change my relationship with them, but I'm not sure how. Whether I would be a complete diva and be like, look, bitch, or whether I'd want to make it better. I don't know. Moving on.
Ooh.
Send, oh, yeah, okay, wait. Oh, there we go. What's in your lunchbox? Mr. Moose wrote in and sent some amazing things, starting with low calorie continues, shrimp and lobster sauce. Don't know why they call it lobster sauce. Doesn't taste like lobster.
I know, because it's supposed to go on lobster. That's why it's.
Oh, I had no idea
I
myself.
know it's terrible when they name some of this stuff because you're thinking this doesn't taste like lobster, and it's because they used to. I remember it, with Chinese food, and you go, it's shrimp with lobster sauce, and you're going, where's the lobster? I mean, how's it lobster sauce?
Hmm,
But oh my God, look at that! That looks so good.
it does. It really does. Next up, wanted something low calorie. Yes, there we go. Trying to lose a few pounds before Thanksgiving. Ordered pepper steak, no onions. My app says it's low calorie. Tasted good. It looks good. I
Looks
think
good.
I like my peppers cut a little smaller than that, but
Well, those are probably smaller than you think. And
yeah,
where's the why the onions? Hmm.
no onions. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard him say no onions before.
Mm.
Oh, okay. He's trying to lose some weight, and then picture three comes up.
I shouldn't, but wanted a little chocolate cake. Chocolate. Oh, little cake, chocolate. Yeah. That is a beautiful piece. And I love when they have a little bit of whipped cream on cake like that. Um, Thanksgiving week, wanted to get a little ahead, baked bread and will freeze then thaw on the big day. This is right out of the oven. Huh. Big temptation to cut a hunk and eat with butter and jam. This is the first bread I made with milk instead of water. It seems a little denser than I expected. It looks beautiful. I mean,
And
I would love a loaf. Yeah.
I bet the house smelled extraordinary.
Yes. Yeah. Ah,
Now this year I'm going to do my dressing in the cupcake. I do them in a cupcake thing, so they're individuals. It
yeah.
works out really well. And the best part is that after you're done, you can just put them all into whatever you have left over. You put in a Ziploc bag and throw in the refrigerator, so you don't have any pans to clean. It's just fantastic.
I tried it last year and my stuffing was just too dry. It just didn't come
Oh,
together, but it's a great idea.
yeah.
Let's see. Thank you so much, Mr. Moose, for sending those in. And a reminder, send us your Thanksgiving dinner pics.
Everybody.
Yes. Golden Rule Services want you to know about an important tool in preventing you from contracting HIV. PrEP is a medication proven to be 99% effective when preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, visit sacgrs.org. Find Tom's other podcast on swannerandjudd.com. Find Matt's books at justkisstheguy.com. Find all our links at allmylinks.com/chubsgonewild. And give us a call at
408-69 Chubs.
I don't know which numbers are the gobble gobble there.
Then just ignore those.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. We hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving, and we look forward to talking to you in a week when it's the beginning of the Christmas season. Yay! All right. We love you. Bye.
A network of inclusion.
UnivazPods.net.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.